different down there after birth.
Yeah, actually. I feel like it goes back, but it doesn't go back to exactly how.
Yeah, we talked about this the other day, and I was kind of surprised to hear you say that. Because you never told me until I asked you.
I always heard, oh, it goes back to normal, but it doesn't go back to exactly the way.
Normal for couples to not sleep together, just to prioritize their mental health. It's so.
That's something wrong with me.
You did not have anything wrong.
I think it's because we had them so close together. I was just like so down bad that I didn't realize it wasn't normal.
Word is spreading fast that Matt Howard may have done Abby dirty, and while no one really noticed it at first, fans have slowly been piecing everything together. The way he's been treating Abby, especially after she gave birth, has raised a lot of eyebrows. It's not just speculation anymore. People are pointing to real moments, real receipts, and it's looking like something definitely went down. What's making this even messier is how no one expected it. But now that everyone's taking a closer look, it's starting to make way too much sense. After Abby had their baby, you'd think that would be a time for Matt to really step up and support her. But nope. He claimed he was giving her space and basically distanced himself for the first 3 months. That alone had people side-eyeing him because anyone who's gone through postpartum knows how overwhelming it is mentally, emotionally, physically. And instead of being hands-on and loving, Matt buried himself in his music. Not to be shady, but nobody's exactly been checking for his music lately. So it felt like more of a distraction than a career move.
Like the world is ending and it feels like my life as I knew it is completely uprooted. My instincts and my nature just wants to do it all and take care of everyone. And I am sitting here needing to be taken care of a lot. There's no other word I have for it other than I feel pathetic.
While Abby was navigating motherhood, probably exhausted and vulnerable, he was off doing his own thing, and people believe that's when he started messing around. And if we're being honest, the signs have been there. There was that one podcast where Abby openly asked Matt if things still felt the same physically after she gave birth. It was a raw and vulnerable moment, but instead of being kind or reassuring, Matt straight up said no. Not even sugar-coated. Just nope, it's not the same.
Being intimate, the same after pregnancy.
No, it's not.
Wow, so.
If I'm not getting any sleep, I don't have any drive. Once I start to get sleep again, that's where I'm like, okay, let's get back into action. And I think you, and I'm sure many other women, their hormones are still adjusting.
That kind of response says a lot. A man who's in love wouldn't make his wife feel worse about something she already feels self-conscious about. But a man who's no longer invested, yeah, he'd say something cold like that. Then there's the whole situation with the walk-in closet. Apparently, Matt started sleeping in there instead of sharing a bed with Abby. He claimed it was to give her more space. But come on, sleeping in a closet.
Embarrassing, but I've been sleeping in our walk-in closet for the past month now. This is our guest bedroom mattress that I dragged all the way from our guest bedroom into here. And my wife's not a huge fan of this.
That's not giving space. That's giving. I don't want to be near you. It didn't take long for fans to start whispering about issues in the marriage, and Matt tried to pass it off as something normal. But everything about that just felt off. And people online have definitely noticed. One comment in particular went viral, where someone said Matt didn't seem into Abby at all. They said he looked cold, emotionally detached, and like someone who had mentally checked out of the relationship. They even said Abby seemed way more mature and kind while Matt came off as selfish and immature. The wild part is, a lot of people agreed. That distance, that lack of affection, the cold responses. It's like he's just waiting for a way out but doesn't want to be the one to pull the trigger. His behavior has only added to the cheating rumors. Because really, if a man is happy and fulfilled at home, why is he constantly giving off energy like he wants to be anywhere else? It's like he's holding on just enough to keep up appearances, but not enough to actually be present in the relationship. And the way he views Abby in the marriage is also questionable. They've always played into that traditional setup where Abby handles most of the housework and parenting, while Matt does not much, honestly. There was a now deleted video of Matt surprising Abby by taking care of the baby in the house, and instead of praise, he got dragged. Why? Because the way he talked about it made it clear that he sees Abby's labor as just her responsibility, like he was doing her a favor. That mindset says a lot.
Be fooled by me picking up my house because I'm not typically the one that does it. And don't be fooled by me taking care of my son because most of the time my wife does that too. Abby really wanted to go to the gym tonight, so I'm on Griffin duty and I wanted to surprise her with a clean house when she got home. In our relationship, we naturally take on more traditional marital roles, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
If he already sees her as more of a caretaker than a partner, then yeah, it's probably easier for him to detach emotionally and start looking elsewhere. And let's not ignore Abby's sudden disappearance from TikTok. She said she deleted the app for her mental health and because she was tired of the negativity. But some fans think it wasn't just the online hate, maybe it was also the pressure of keeping up a happy front while her marriage was quietly falling apart. Even though she stopped scrolling, she's still creating content, mostly focused on family life. And honestly, that feels like a coping mechanism. Like she's trying to distract herself or maintain the image that everything's fine. But when a woman feels truly loved and secure, she's not pulling away from the world or hiding from social media. She's shining, not shutting down. The more you look at Abby's recent behavior, the more it feels like something is really off behind the scenes. And Matt, he's not just coming off as distant, he's looking downright reckless and selfish. Remember the whole cruise drama? Back in September 2024, Matt and Abby went on a family cruise, and Abby casually mentioned on Instagram that they had dinner alone while watching their sleeping kids via FaceTime. The internet went off. People were furious, questioning how they could just leave the kids alone like that, even with FaceTime. What if one of them had woken up scared or something had happened? The backlash was swift and brutal, and Matt and Abby scrambled to do damage control. They claimed family members were with the kids the whole time, but by then the damage was already done. The fact that they even had to clarify something like that made people question their judgment.
There's information circulating about us that is completely untrue. So
we do that so that we can have one kid in one room and the other kid in the other room.
So we just got back from a 7-night cruise with Abby's extended family. So where this whole controversy started, I guess, is a few days ago, Abby posted on her Instagram story that we were at dinner FaceTiming the baby monitors while our children were asleep in their staterooms. And people started to speculate and believe that we had left our children alone.
While most dads would be honored to celebrate the role they play in their children's lives, Matt apparently wasn't feeling it. He reportedly called the holiday a bummer just because it landed on the same weekend as his birthday. Rather than embracing both events or finding a way to make it meaningful, he acted like being a dad was stealing his moment. Instead of celebrating Father's Day in June like everyone else, he and Abby decided to push it to September, almost as if the day didn't even matter.
Decided as a family that we are not celebrating Father's Day this year.
Father's Day, it's always in June, and it's like
Last
always
year
around.
was June 18th, which is Matt's birthday. So
Yes.
he had Father's Day and his birthday on the same day. And
So sad.
I will say I did kind of combine the holidays.
You did combine the two of them. It's okay though. I mean, you were pregnant, you were uncomfortable, you were
We
close.
just gotten back from our baby moon that
Yeah.
day. I got you a cake from DQ.
That kind of response really makes you wonder what's going on in his head. What kind of father is so bothered by the idea of sharing attention with his own kids that he just refuses to celebrate them altogether? It paints a picture of someone who isn't emotionally connected to fatherhood, like he's just going through the motions. And with everything else going on between him and Abby, this only adds fuel to the fire. He's already been acting distant in the marriage, and now he's showing signs that he sees parenting as more of a burden than a joy instead of appreciating his family. He seems resentful that they're taking up space in what he thinks should be all about him. And speaking of the kids, something about the timing of Abby's pregnancies doesn't sit right. She barely had time to recover from the first one before she was pregnant again. It happened so fast, it almost feels like Matt wasn't thinking about her health at all, just his own desires. People are starting to believe that he was so eager to get back to being intimate that he pushed for another baby without considering the toll it would take on Abby's body. It's not just about bad timing. It's about how little concern he seems to have for her well-being. Having kids that close in age is hard physically, mentally, and emotionally, and Abby was already exhausted trying to keep up. There was even a post circulating months ago that basically predicted all of this. The person said it wouldn't be shocking if Matt cheated within a year or two, especially with how tired Abby would be managing 2 small kids. They explained how new moms often feel drained, uninterested in intimacy, and overwhelmed, which could make their partner feel ignored if they're already prone to needing constant attention. And the way things played out, it's like that prediction is turning out to be spot on. Abby got pregnant again the moment she was cleared by her doctor, which raises some eyebrows. It starts to look like Matt didn't care that she hadn't fully recovered. He just wanted what he wanted.
2 days until we become parents of 2 under 2, and I am seriously nesting. A great thing about having 2 boys so close in age is that I can pretty much reuse everything. It's just a matter of rewashing and resorting.
Questions about how I'm a 26-year-old teenage father of 2, so I just wanted to clear this whole thing up. I think what people keep forgetting is my age is 26 years old, okay? We can start there. Just want to keep it simple. I have 2 children, not 1, 2.
And now, with 2 young kids and a tired partner, all eyes are on how Matt is handling the situation. He's been emotionally unavailable, distant, and some people think he might be looking for attention elsewhere. There's even talk that he might be a narcissist. One person pointed out how he's been making subtle, hurtful comments about Abby's postpartum body comments that could easily chip away at someone's confidence. It's not just random remarks either. People have noticed that Abby, who used to be confident and chill about her appearance, is now wearing a lot more makeup and trying harder to present herself a certain way online. That change didn't come out of nowhere. It's often what happens when someone doesn't feel seen or valued by their partner anymore. When the person who's supposed to love and support you starts making you feel like you're not enough, it takes a toll. And with someone like Matt, who might be used to being the center of attention, any drop in admiration from Abby or the public could make him act out. Narcissists feed off of validation. When they're not getting it, they start lashing out or looking for it somewhere else. They'll put down their partner, then swing back the other way and shower them with compliments, just to keep them emotionally confused and dependent. So now people are wondering, did Matt really cheat on Abby while she was healing and trying to hold it all together? Is he just a deeply insecure guy who doesn't know how to handle being second to his kids in the spotlight? Or is Abby slowly realizing that the relationship she's in might not be what she thought it was? The deeper you look, the more it starts to feel like this isn't just a rocky patch. It might be a wake-up call if you made it this far. Thanks for hanging out with me. Don't forget to like, comment your thoughts below, and subscribe for more tea. Hit that bell so you never miss an update. Trust me, this drama is just getting started. See you in the next one.